Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is not going to be an easy video to make. I can't do this anymore. I just got some information this morning that has absolutely turned my life upside down. And I'm still kind of processing it, but I'm here trying to make a video about rebuilding the rear axle in my 79 K5. And I can't do it. Like I got the pinion gear here. I just got the bearing on. Like we set the pinion depth and all that stuff, and I'm getting ready to throw it back together and take her for a rip. But like, I can't focus. I've been trying today to do this. I'm done. I'm done. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's safe. But life is going to be very different moving forward. I'm making this video because I feel like I don't want to just like stop making videos and then have those who like actually watch my channel be like, where's the Yeah Buddy video, you know? And I feel like I owe that to y'all. You know, like y'all have been so supportive of me doing this channel and, you know, buying the merch, and which, by the way, long sleeves and hoodies are up on the website if you want to go check out yeahbuddygarage.com. But I feel like it would be wrong if I just like left y'all hanging. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about the past, but more so like what I'm going to be doing in the future. So right off the rip, I'm leaving town for like a week. I'm taking my boys with me, and we're gonna go spend some time with some family, and we're gonna be on the road for a little while. I'm not taking any cameras. I'm not taking anything, dude. I'm going. Fortunately, my cousin's getting married, so it'll be kind of like a family reunion deal. But I'm going just in that capacity, just as a family member. Not bringing the cameras and all this stuff. I was thinking about driving this thing, but probably not. Anyway, so when I come back, I have to get ready to go to C10 Fall Revival. I will still attend that show. I have a booth there. I'm gonna have merch available for purchase there. I will not be doing a video on that show or the drive up or anything. Maybe just do some social media stuff, but not doing the whole thing. And then the last show for the year is going to be Dino's Get Down. And then probably the Daytona Turkey Run. But so Dino's Get Down, I plan on rebuilding the motor in my 73 GMC motorhome and then riding with some friends, like hot-shotting it straight from Florida to Arizona for the show. We got an Airbnb out there. Dino said we can park the camper out there on site, and then we'll have like a spot for everybody to kind of hang out, post up. If you want to swing by, you can't miss a big old brown freaking motorhome in the middle of a sea of pickup trucks. And then we're gonna hot shot it back and all that stuff. So next year there's a couple events I have, but I really don't know what is gonna be happening. So next year I have Sick Week that I'm gonna do with Paul Bigelow, and I'm gonna do the GM Tailgate Tour, which should be super fun. I love that event. It's going from South Carolina down to Daytona next year, which is going to be awesome. So then I do have a few videos I need to do for the channel. One, we have another video with AMD coming. We're doing a ton of rust repair on my dually, my square body dually. I was going to try to do that before we left for Fall Revival, but I just didn't have the time, and then thank God I didn't start on it because it would not be done in time for Fall Revival. I have a rear trailing arm suspension coming from Tinworks Fabrication for my 67 C10. So we're gonna rip off all the stock stuff under there, redo that, and then probably redo the exhaust and, you know, get it riding a little bit nicer. Because I wore out the back end of that truck. trying to think if I have any other. I have to do an install video for Hyperlight because they sent me lights. I just haven't put them in yet. And obviously, like Cookie Monster, dude, like I just have to get that truck in here and start working on it. Like, I may not do any more videos on it, and the next time you might see that truck, it just might be done. And I mean, that's it right now. I just got that 2006 Z71 Tahoe, which is awesome. It's that Bermuda blue color. It needs a ton of work. It's got a bunch of little stuff going on with it. Like airbag needs to be checked out. The tire pressure monitoring system needs to be replaced. The whole thing's got to be polished and detailed. Got to put new carpet in it. It's just, it's got a sunroof, but it doesn't work. You know, there's a whole bunch of, so I'm probably gonna just do all that off camera and try to start getting stuff ready to sell. I'm selling the dually, I'm selling the Blazer, I'm selling Cookie Monster, I'm keeping my 67 C10, and I'm keeping the Tahoe right now. I need a fresh start, man. Like, I've been talking about selling this stuff for a while, but I haven't been able to get to those projects because of you know, trying to record the videos and edit them, and then, you know, Derek's Blazer took longer than I thought it would, and, you know, just life happens, life gets in the way. Like, I got to be there for the boys when they get off the bus or go pick them up from school or whatever, you know. So I don't get as much time in the shop as I'd like, but I think in the future I'm probably going to be spending a lot of late nights here, just because I don't know what else to do other than try to get stuff done. You know, like, I don't want to get all like philosophical, but there's been some YouTubers that have helped me get through some pretty tough times, unintentionally too. Like, and I've had some of y'all reach out, and you know, some people have been in the hospital, they didn't have anything to do, so they start watching YouTube, and then my channel pops up, and they like the content, and they're into square bodies, and dude, like, I love hearing stories like that. It just makes me so happy and fortunate that I have been able to do this for so long. 2.5 years at this point. But other ways creators have helped me have been sharing their struggles. And I know maybe from the outside looking in, Yeah Buddy Garage seems like super fun and like, you know, like, yeah, there's like, oh, everything's just awesome. Like, it's not. It's just, life is not easy. Like, trying to do this every day, like, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but it's like, it's very difficult, especially when you have the overhead expenses of the shop, the money's not coming in from YouTube. You know, I'm spending all the money that I had saved up on this channel to try to make it work. So that's just added to the stress. And I was okay with that. And I'm also okay with not doing the channel anymore, or going part-time, because I really tried my best, guys and gals. And I could hang my hat on this channel and be like, yeah, dude, like, I put everything I had into that channel and it just didn't work. And it could be timing, it could be selection of projects, it could be the way that I do my videos. I don't know, but I just know that it's not working, and I have to make a change. So I have given a lot of thought to what I'm going to be doing in the future. I knew I was going to be transitioning out of YouTube back into doing something. I've kicked around a couple ideas, like doing a couple of different small startup businesses here, maybe going back into doing mortgages, but given what's happened, I probably won't go back into that industry. I am in communication with a company about, an automotive company, about being a brand manager for them. So they make a product, and my job would be to basically position that product in the marketplace in the best light possible. So again, kind of falling back on my experiences and talents, like video editing, video production, photography, videography, working with companies, working with customers, doing install videos, stuff like that. You know, like all the stuff you see on Yeah Buddy Garage, but basically for a company, They would pay me to do this for them, and I would be happy making the content, and I would be also happy receiving some money. There are some opportunities in Florida that I'm looking at. We haven't come to an agreement on anything yet, so we'll see. But I'm reaching out. I'm kind of saying that because if y'all know a company that is looking for somebody like that, let me know, because I would love to have a conversation with them. And if I could stay in the automotive world, still do this and keep my passion alive, still be able to go to shows, still be able to make the content, do the road trip stuff, but do it all for that company, like, and they would pay me to do it, like that would be like freaking amazing. And if you're looking at my resume, I got experience with Street Trucks Magazine. Obviously, we had a ton of experience with their advertisers in that publication. I obviously have the track record with Yeah Buddy Garage, companies that we've worked with over the years at Yeah Buddy Garage. So it's not like I am coming into this inexperienced. But I don't want to go back into something that's kind of variable right now. And I want to try to get into something that's a little more stable, so I could have a good place for my kids. Just kind of touching on that, like I would love to work remotely. One of the opportunities I'm looking at is in Sarasota, so that's across the state. I don't want to move away from the kids, but you know, like sometimes in life you don't really have a choice in what you have to do. So if I have to move away to make decent money to be able to live comfortably and start my life over, then that's what I'm going to do. But it would literally tear me up to have to move away from them. And again, I don't know what's going to happen, guys. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I just need some time to think about all this and process what's going on. Also, like, if you got my number, like, don't worry about sending me messages or anything. Like, I am like so overwhelmed with life right now. I need some time. Because I'm really hurt, dude. Like, I've never felt like this in my life, ever. Again, I'm sorry for those if this is like too personal, but I really feel like sharing your experiences when you have a platform, I'm not saying my platform's big, but like, dude, if this helps one person, I don't care how many hate comments I get in the comment section about, oh, whatever, you're sharing your feelings, blah, blah, blah. You know what people would say. If that helps one person, if that helps you, this video is worth it. If this helps you get through a tough time or change your outlook on your situation, this is why I'm making the video. You're not alone. You are literally not alone. People go through stuff all the time. It's how you respond to that situation is going to define the outcome. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be easy. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be, and like everything's going to be fine when I come back from my trip, but you know, I'm keeping an open mind. I'm trying not to let the negative thoughts consume me and just hold me down. I'm still trying to see the light. You know, you can't, I always think about this, especially, so the older you get, I guess the more like philosophical you get. And I've had such a good 5 years, this last 5 years, that, you know, you kind of forget what pain is. And when you forget what pain is, you tend to forget what joy is, what love is. You can't have love without hate. And you can't truly experience happiness without sadness. So I think having that in my head and just knowing it's okay to feel like this and knowing that it's going to be a difficult road ahead and just accepting the fact that life doesn't always go your way I feel like that is enough to get me by right now. So, am I happy? I'm not. I'm very sad. and again, I don't know what to do. But I really appreciate you. And I'm sorry it had to end like this, but life doesn't always go the way that you want.